Recording in progress.
Hey everybody, it's Liz. I don't know if you've noticed, but we are about to lose our Amy app. Yes, it is a super sad situation, especially if you're really used to using it. And you may be panicking today because you're like, what am I going to use to track my customers' favorites and what I sent them when? How am I going to see their history? Um, there's so much that we have been able to do with Amy up until now. And I just wanted to give you another option if you're looking for one. There's lots of different ways that you can do customer follow-up and track the things that you want to track on your customers. And I'm going to show you just a couple and give you some ideas. And then I'm going to show you what I've been doing for the last 6 months that is working for me. And I'll walk you through it because it does everything that Amy does. It's just not as pretty because it's a spreadsheet. So first I'm just going to share my screen and then I'll walk you through this. Okay, hopefully that's working. This is how I work. I set up my Sensi systems on the left-hand side and I do whatever I'm doing on the right. First of all, let me point you to our team resources in this Trello board that I've created for you. This is where I drop all of the good ideas that I don't want to lose track of. This is where I drop news stories and images and stuff like that, so that if you're in a big hurry, you can get what you need right here at this. You can like bookmark this, and this has everything. I update it as soon as I get news stories posted in the workstation. One of the columns in this Trello board is for customer care over here. So what I want to show you is this card for customer follow-up systems. I have put links in here to several YouTube videos, and there's in documentation down at the bottom. You can see what a few options are for customer follow-up. If you don't like what I'm about to show you, it's okay. I'm sure you can find something that will work for you. I've got the first video in here. This simple 2-binder system is Jilly Sue's. You push this and it will take you right to Jilly Sue's video where you can watch and see what she does. Just gonna get rid of that. And then if you want to do a binder system, you can click on that and see how Jessica Villarreal did hers. If you want to look at Chloe Cox's, same deal. I've also got a couple Kimberly Pulito ones down here. She did one using Trello, which is the board that I just showed you. And the Google Sheets is basically it is the template that I started with, and I've tweaked to work for me. So I'll show you what I'm doing, but all the kudos go to Kimberly on this because she created the spreadsheet in Google Sheets and put in all of the formulas and formatting. And then I have added some stuff and color coded things, and I'll show you what I do. But if you want to know the basics for how hers started and worked, you can click this video and see. Otherwise, I'll just walk you through right here what I'm going to do. So I, about 6 months ago, well, January, started to track my customer follow-up stuff in Google Sheets. This is it. I froze the top line so that I can scroll up and down and not lose that top line. I froze the information past their name so that I can scroll over because it's kind of a big spreadsheet. So that's why I did it. Basically, I'm going to walk you through. I'm going to pretend like I got a new order and I'll show you how this works. Before we get started, you can see I'm tracking a lot of different things. I don't want you to get overwhelmed and think, I don't want to do all of that. Let me tell you why I decided it was worth tracking here. The data that we have on our customers and what they've ordered is in the workstation, yes. But the stuff that we happen to sell from our shelf isn't. And that's what a lot of people used Amy to track, because you could put in there what you sent them, including what samples you sent them. You would know when they ordered, what you sent them, if you sent them a catalog, what scent they like, all that stuff. I can track all of that in here. And if the workstation reporting tab or contacts tab or orders tab happens to be down for some reason, I have access to all of that data right here in the spreadsheet. I also like that I can track what I want to track off the workstation. For example, over here on the far right, I've added columns for, and I totally got this from Kimberly. This is my follow-up system right here. If you don't want to do follow-up in a spreadsheet, you don't have to. You can get rid of those columns if you want to borrow my template. But this is what I'm talking about here in the blue to purplish colors. You can track how much they've ordered year to date and whether or not they, if it's sorry, I lost my train of thought there. I color coded it so that you can see what they ordered for each quarter of the year. Should you choose to follow up with them every quarter, you can sort your spreadsheet by the person who buys the most in that quarter and then let them know in this AL column, you could have saved $46.50 if you were a consultant. I feel like I have to tell you that it's a better deal if you just get your own account. So that's what that's for. And I added some more stuff over here to the right so that I could track basically whatever I want to track on my customers, whether or not I'm offering the opportunity, what their favorite communication style is, whether they're in my VIP group or if we're friends on social media, any notes I want to take on them. And then this part right here is beautiful. And again, all the kudos to Kimberly Pulito, because she's built in the code for this so that the formulas are already in here. Once you enter the tracking number that you can get in your customer's order history, this will tell you in the carrier column what carrier is bringing it to your customer, whether it's delivered or in transit or whatever. And then it will also enter the date here for you for when it's supposed to be delivered or was delivered. And then if you change it, I'll show you, this is really cool. So this was delivered on 6/22. I'm going to go 6/22. And then see how that color code added for me right there? What I've done is I've said, if the date is in the past, then I should have already followed up on whatever this item is. If it's today, it's going to be a yellow color, which I don't have any to show you in this video, but it would be yellow if it were today, and I could focus on the yellow stuff for today and the red stuff that I haven't done yet. If it's a date in the future, then it's green. And so I know I don't have to think about it. So I've added little columns next to the dates so that I can put little check boxes in things when I get them all done. And then I can know what I still need to work on and what, that kind of thing. So let me show you real quick what my follow-up system is. Over here, I send them a thank you text as soon as I see their order. And I send a little template. I do it through Project Broadcast that says, thanks for your order yesterday. I hope, is lilacs and violets your favorite thing? I noticed you stocked up on that. This is how you can connect with me. Join my VIP page. Find me on social media, blah, blah, blah. So that's what I do the day that I see their order or the next day. And then when I come in here and I add all their information from their order history on Workstation. And I'm looking at it every day. So I'm adding their tracking numbers as I see them. That's what I do. Once I see that they're out for delivery and scheduled on like Thursday or whatever, then this is where the delivery date column comes in. I contact them and I say, hey, your order's scheduled to be delivered on Thursday. Are you excited? I can't believe they shipped it already, whatever, make it a really positive interaction there. And then I'll come in here and I'll put a little X because I did it. Okay, that's all I do. And I know it's done because I put the little X. At the 1 week mark, I am going to ask them if they have opened their box, if they've tried things, if anything's broken, do they have any questions about how anything works? I just offer service at the 1 week mark. At 1 month, I'm giving them information if they don't know already to register their Scentsy oil diffusers so that they can take advantage of that lifetime warranty. The information for that is on the little insert that's in the box, and some people miss it. So I make sure that they know that at the 1 month mark. And then I'm also letting them know that if they really didn't like anything that they ordered, as long as it's still in resellable condition, then I can exchange it for free. That's what the satisfaction guarantee is for everybody. They have a full month to change their minds. So I let them know what's going on there at 1 month. Then at 3 months, I ask them if they're getting my mailings. And this is where I'm gonna give them some incentive to order again. Before that, it was all just customer service. And at this point, I'm going to ask them if they would like to order anything. At 6 months, let me get rid of that there. At 6 months, I'm going to ask them if they want a new catalog. And at 12 months, if they haven't ordered again in 12 months, I'm going to say, hey, it's been a year since I sent you some catalog and some samples. Do you want a new catalog? I'm going to send them an incentive that's like save XYZ on this or that. As a personal special. So that's what I'm doing. You certainly don't have to do all those touch points. I'm just attempting to do this at this point. Up until now, I've only been doing the thank you the 1 week, the 1 month, and about a 3 month. So I'm just going to see, I'm doing a little test to see if taking it out to 6 months and 12 months is going to be fabulous. I'm hoping that it will. So that's my follow-up system. If you don't want to do that, you don't have to. But if you're using Amy and you're stressed about not having those reminders every day that tells you what to do, if you come into a spreadsheet like this, where you've got the formulas and the color coding already in there, then you can see at a glance what you still need to do today or should have done already. For your follow-up system, whatever you want to design, you can. These little triangles are just notes that I've added to the fields, and you can change anything in it. I'm going to give you a link to a spreadsheet just like this without all the data that you can use for yourself to add up and to do all your things. Okay, so pretending we got a new order today, I'm going to come in here. I get an email from Sensi that says, hey, you got a new order. I am going to go into that order in order history and see who it is and what they got. I'm going to come into this spreadsheet and I'm going to put the date. I'm going to send them that thank you text and mark there that I sent them the thank you text. I am going to look and see if they're already on this spreadsheet. I am going to, before I add a line for them, I should have done that first. Before I add a new line for them, for their order today, I'm going to see if they're already here. So I've been doing this since January, so they might already be on this spreadsheet. I'm going to highlight this upper corner so that I can get the whole spreadsheet selected. And then I'm going to go to data and sort range and advanced range sorting options. And from here, I'm going to tell it that I have my data has header rows, and then it automatically defaults to last purchase date. I'm going to change this to their name, and it defaults to A to Z. So that's perfect. So I can find them alphabetically, and then I hit sort. And then the whole spreadsheet changes and puts them in alphabetical order. This, for purposes of this demo, I took out all of the data, all of that information, and I've just put their name there, so it's not going to actually change. But if I find them and they're already in here, then all I'm going to do is change the last purchase date. I'm going to change what they ordered. I'm going to take out the tracking number and add the new tracking number as soon as I get it. And I'm going to come over here to the far right, and I'm going to add that they ordered again on July whatever, right? And so then I'm going to come in here and I'm going to say how much they ordered before tax and shipping. That's what these numbers are. And then it will add up for me what they've purchased year to date and which quarter, and that's fabulous. So that's what I would do if they're already in my spreadsheet. If they're brand new, then I'm going to add them. Like I've started here, put the date. I'm going to send that thank you text. I am going to pull from my drawer a pre-made Happy Mail sample thing pack that I'm going to mail them. And then here I'm going to say what I sent them. Blue, Grotto, Scent Circle, Happy Mail. Okay. So then I can always see what they've ordered when. This line does get really long if they are an avid orderer, and that's fine and great. I can see what the data is up here on this line. So if it happens to be somebody who's ordered several times, then I just look up here and see what I sent them. Okay. So then I'm going to copy from their order history in Workstation their name, their address, their email, their phone number. I'm going to mark whether or not they subscribed when they ordered, because it tells you in the Workstation if they're email subscribers. And if they are, then I'm just going to do that because I know that they are. Like I said, I'm going to add their tracking number when, or if, not if, when Sensi puts it on their order, I'm going to add it right here. And then this is the beautiful thing. Let me show you what happens when you grab a valid tracking number. This spreadsheet will automatically fill in for you who the carrier is, when it was delivered, and the date. Then for my purposes, I come over here, and in order for my color coding to work, it doesn't accept the automatic when, these here that show when it was actually delivered. I have to change it. So in this case, I'll show you, I'll change this one to 7/7/2000. Oh. There you go. Check it out. Now I can show you. Today's the 7th. And so the formatting that I've put into this spreadsheet says yellow is what you do if it's today. So now I know this, I need to do this today. I need to follow up because this particular package was already delivered. So when I follow up and I do the, hey, you're scheduled for delivery, whatever, then I do that. If it's already delivered, like in this case, then I would let them know, did you get your package, whatever, wherever it happens to be, whatever date it happens to be, you can change the verbiage, but as long as you follow up on the delivery, that's what that's for. Okay, and then I don't have to worry about anything in green because it's a future date. So great, that's how I do that. Okay, if it's this person and they're brand new, line 54 here, then I'm going to come over and I'm going to say on July 7th, they ordered, I'm looking at their order history to see what they ordered. Say they ordered $60 because they got 2 6-packs. Then I'm going to go to the order history screen in Workstation and I'm going to copy. You can highlight and drag and copy everything that is in their order. And then you can come back to this little cell where you've entered that it was $60 before tax and shipping. You right click it and you insert a note. And then you paste whatever their blah, 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 whatever they got from the Workstation. So, oh, I did that. I don't want to confuse you. Hang on. So then anytime the Workstation's down and I need to know what they ordered last or when, this is how I can see what they ordered. I come to their line in July and this little box pops up and it tells me exactly what they got because I copied and pasted it in there so I can see it at any time. So that is how I do it in Google Sheets. That's kind of a fast, easy overview. I just wanted to show you that I created this for you. This demo, you can start using. It has all of the color coding in it already. I've just added one line in here with a valid tracking number that you can see how the data works. I do want to tell you, sometimes the tracking numbers are longer and this spreadsheet doesn't do the automatic fill in for you. I don't know why. It's I think it's usually when UPS hands the package off to a US Postal Service, but I'm not sure. When that happens, I will go into the tracking link in Workstation and I will manually enter the delivery date in here so that my color coding will happen. The dates will automatically get filled in like this. Like if the tracking number that I put for this line happens to be one that says error getting data or it's loading and it doesn't work, then I'm just going to click on the link in the Workstation. It will take me to whoever the carrier is and it will tell me where it is in transit and when it's due for delivery. So I can come in here and I can say this was delivered on 7/1 and the formatting in here automatically fills in the rest. So that's how that works. If you see how these all say error getting data, it's because they're all looking at this column. So if there's nothing in column J, then this is all going to say error getting data because they can't look at data that doesn't exist in your spreadsheet. And here's you can see on this function line, you can see what the coding is if you care to figure that out. But I just want to show you, if you get to the bottom here where I've got these down to line 51, if you get to line 52 and you want all the formatting to still work for you, all you need to do is drag that little square in the bottom right corner down as far as you need to drag it down so that you can do all the things, like everything that has a value that's like this. If it says error getting data or value, you just drag it down. If you're adding somebody to the data that is up here somewhere and you're not putting them in at the bottom, sometimes you have to do the same thing where you are dragging the data up instead of down. Okay, so I just wanted to show you that's how it works. If you have any questions, hit me up, find me on Facebook, send me a private message. I'm happy to walk you through it and help. I just wanted to show you what's working for me. I want you to know you don't have to do all of the things that I do for sure. You can track whatever you choose to track on your customers. I just wanted to give you something that is easy to use. It takes a little bit to get used to it, to adding new people and dragging the formatting down and all that stuff. But the color coding really helps, right? Like it tells you at a glance how often people have ordered, when they're ordering, how much they're ordering. I really like it because I'm kind of a data geek and I love being able to see what is going on in reality. And, I obviously have a lot of work to do on making sure that I'm getting all of these done, I'm new at using this. I've only been trying to use it for about 6 months in conjunction with Amy. So I haven't devoted all of my customer follow-up to this spreadsheet yet, but I will now because Amy is going away August 31st. That was a real surprise for Scentsy that they are closing up shop. We've been working with them for years, and it's just sad. So I just wanted to make sure that you knew you have lots of options and you can make anything work. I have used the binder system. If you are a pen and paper person and you really need something physical to check stuff off, totally can do that. And again, let me just move that. If you really don't like digital stuff, you can ignore everything I just told you. You can do a binder system where you put little stickers or make notes or use sticky notes on your customer orders, and then you can track whatever you want to track on there. You can put little boxes that you check off for, I sent a thank you, I followed up after 2 days or 2 weeks or 2 months or 1 week or 3 months or whatever you want to do. So you can make anything work for your customer follow-up system. But I do want to leave you with this thought. I have been selling Scentsy since 2006. It'll be 16 years for me this November. And I really believe that one of the main reasons why I'm still in business today with a following of Scentsy addicts who love to buy from me is because I follow up. It's because I know what my customers' favorite things are. You can create a jot form as soon as they order from you and have them fill out what their favorite scent is, what their favorite product is, what limited or licensed products do they want you to tell them about when they launch. So you can gather all that data, but you need to be able to access that data and look at that data. And so that's why I like Spreadsheet. So anyway, again, if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. And if you need access to that Trello board, I'll put the link for that, and I'll put the link for the blank demo template that you can start using if you'd like to for what I just explained in the comments or the description of this video for you. Okay, have a great day. See you later.